Hey friends, it's Rebekah here again. Today we're going to do some Reddit reads. We haven't done that in several weeks and I really wanted it to be like my Saturday upload or my weekend upload, and I haven't been doing it. So I thought, what better day than today? So Reddit reads, take one. Now the word idiot may come to mind as I read you this article from abcnews.gov.com. Now, 2 off-duty corrections officers from Maryland have been charged with attempted murder and a litany of other crimes after running over a group of people and crashing through the front of a Taco Bell in an apparent case of fast food order outrage. Sounds like things got real spicy at the Taco Hell. The article goes on. Tanisha Williams and Diamond Johnson had argued with employees. 2 off-duty corrections officers from Maryland have been charged, as I stated earlier. Tanisha Williams, 25, and Diamond Johnson, 28, had argued with workers in the drive-thru about their food order before the incident in front of the restaurant in Waldorf, Maryland, on March 31st at about 10:30 p.m., the Charles County Sheriff's Department said. Williams and Johnson were arrested on Monday following an investigation into the crash. After arguing with the drive-thru worker, both women exited the car and Williams assaulted the employee through the drive-thru window, folks, according to the sheriff's office. The pair then got back in their car and drove around to the front of Taco Bell, where Williams, who was driving the car, drove toward a group of people before stopping. She then backed up and drove toward the group again, and this time plowing into people and smashing through the front of the restaurant. Video of the incident showed several people tossed into the air by the vehicle. Multiple people were injured, but none appeared to be life-threatening, according to this Charles County Sheriff's Office. Despite heavy damage to the vehicle, Williams allegedly backed out and fled the scene, the Sheriff's Office said. Williams has been charged with attempted murder, first-degree assault, second-degree assault, and several traffic violations. Johnson is also charged with attempted murder, first-degree assault, second-degree assault. Both worked for the Prince George's County Department of Corrections, where they were off-duty at the time of the incident. Both women are being held at Charles County Detention Center without bond. Now let me tell you, I ain't never been to prison, and I don't want to go. But I for sure don't want to go if I was ever a corrections officer, a police officer, FBI, anything really involved in that, because I don't feel like they will take to you too kindly there, but I could be wrong. They could be like, oh yes, tell me all your secrets or something. No, you dumb, you extra dumb. I think they might got a little, sometimes people get power and it really goes straight to their head, so then they're like, I rule the roost, I can do what I need to do. And really, you just need to be humble. You just need to be, bring it on down, be humble, baby, bring humble. OMG. This is extra disgusting on so many different levels, okay? Now, free, that is FREEP.com, reports, Home inspector caught on nanny cam pleasing, himself with Elmo doll. Now, he has faced the charges, but an Elmo doll, Elmo, ELMO, the little red stuffed animal-ish thing. Yes, that is what this man was caught on nanny cam doing the dang thing with himself. You know what I'm saying? On one hand, caught on. Let's read this article. Detroit Free Press. Okay. A home inspector caught doing the dang thing with himself with an Elmo doll has been charged with 2 misdemeanor counts in a Rochester Hills District Court. Okay. Kevin Wayne Van Leven, the last name says it all, baby. Anyway, 59, was arraigned on charges of aggravated indecent exposure and malicious destruction of property under $200. Bond was set at $2,500 cash or surety. The charges stem from a March 12th incident in Oxford Township when homeowners asked to have their property inspected at the request of buyers. A nursery camera detected movement, the news release said, so the 22-year-old homeowner checked her phone and caught old boy Van Leven in the act. After he finished doing the dang thing, he returned the doll to its original place. Can you imagine if you didn't see that and the McNasty that your kid could have touched? Quote, just when I think I've seen it all, someone steps up and surprises me with a new level of disturbing actions. End quote. Oakland County Sheriff Michael Bouchard said in a news release. When officers questioned him about the incident, Van Leven said he moved the doll to check an electrical outlet, but, quote, made incriminating statements and apologized, end quote, after he was told of the nursery camera. Van Leven is not allowed to be alone in a home that is not his, may not contact the homeowners, and is required to undergo a mental health evaluation. His next court appearance is scheduled April 19th before Judge Nancy Cognac. Michael Bouchard said, quote, this is a disgusting reminder to be cautious who you let into your home. The actions of these homeowners will likely prevent this defendant from going into anyone else's home. Can you imagine? You just paid somebody to do a home inspection because your home's for sale and the potential future home buyers are wanting to make sure everything's all good in the hood. No, homeboy, he done all over with Elmo, on Elmo, like I don't. Can you imagine? Homeboy done all on Elmo, and then he put him back. You just wanted a home inspection. You did not ask for all that extra. That was extra, I'm sure. You nasty. What is it with the monkeys? Seriously. WLWT.com reports monkeys on the loose. Search underway for monkeys that reportedly escaped private collection in Prince Hill. Now, again, what I say? What is going on with the monkeys? Don't worry, they looking for you, monkeys. They looking for you. They don't find you. We gotta read the article. In Cincinnati's Prince Hill, police have been on the search for furry fugitives after multiple calls of monkeys on the loose came into dispatch. Quote, for hours, I was just shook because that's not something that you see every day, Sammy Trin said. Trin said she saw at least 5 monkeys across from her home near St. Joseph's Cemetery on West 8th Street. Quote, that's why we instantly pulled out cameras, because it doesn't sound even believable, end quote, Lucy Griffith said. Griffith and Trin recorded a video of what they saw. They said the video was reported about 10 p.m. Wednesday and is grainy. But the video does show 3 monkeys in a tree, but there are 2 more on the ground that can't be seen in the video. Another woman said she saw one of the monkeys. Quote, I was right here, and it was standing over by the garbage can, end quote, the woman said. Quote, its arms were really long, like hanging down, and its arms were really skinny. The Cincinnati Zoo said none of their monkeys are missing. Well, that's good news. That's real good news that they monkeys not missing. Police did not spot any of the monkeys, leaving the monkey mystery open Thursday afternoon. One woman said she came out to get her cat and took pictures. Quote, I thought the monkeys was gone. I started making jokes showing my mom. My mom thought I was crazy. I said, look, there's monkeys out there. Then I heard it making the noises, ooh, ah, ah, and stuff, and butt grunts. So I didn't know what it was, Alicia Tucker said. I just stood there as my eyes adjusted to pitch blackness, and that is when I saw it, just standing there, taller than a garbage can, and its arms real long, hanging down, and its arms real skinny. Officials with the Cincinnati Zoo say if monkeys are in fact on the loose, they didn't come from the zoo. Interesting. We got lots of monkey activity going on in the world, okay? Now, here's an interesting. This is also interesting. I need to find another word besides interesting. WHIO.com reports. Son sues after father dies in taco eating contest at minor league baseball game. In Fresno, California, the son of a man who died after a taco eating contest at a minor league baseball game is suing the team's owner for the man's death. The Fresno Bee reported Marshall Hutchings, 18, filed the suit saying that his father, Dana Hutchings, 41, was not told about the risk of taking part in the competition. Dana Hutchings died after choking on tacos. Now, I know this is a serious topic because this person has died, but dang, from tacos? Now, I gotta tell you, I can throw down on some tacos, and I did not know that this could happen. I could probably eat 18. The younger man is suing the owner of the event, Fresno Sports and Events LLC, owner of the Fresno Grizzlies. The competition held on August 13, 2019, involved amateurs eating as many tacos as they could during a timed competition at a Grizzlies game at Chansey Park, CHUKCHANSI Park. Anywho, attorney Martin, last name I can't say, who is representing Marshall Hutchings, said professionals train for eating competitions. The attorney also said the company did not inform Dana Hutchings of the risk when he entered the competition. Quote, the lack of information outlining every risk to amateur eaters was omitted, and Hutchings entered the competition with limited information on all the risk he was agreeing to. His assumption of risk was distorted, and therefore he was unable to assume the risk he was taking when he agreed to enter the competition. Dana Hutchings collapsed during the contest and had a mouthful of chewed and unchewed food blocking his airway, the lawsuit alleges. He was taken from the stage by stadium staff where cardiopulmonary resuscitation and an automated external defibrillator were used. When emergency crews arrived, they found him unconscious. He was pronounced dead at an area hospital. The county coroner's office said he had choked to death, which is incredibly sad. The Grizzlies president told the AP in an email, quote, we won't be making any public comments, end quote, when asked about the suit. That is incredibly sad, and I'm not trying to make light of that. The headline really grabbed me. Can you imagine being in an eating contest? That's it. That's all. You was eating tacos, and then that's it. That's the end of your life. Ooh, that's sad. I just want to paint a picture for you. Imagine you're in Florida, close to the beach. You're on a vacation. Super excited to be there and to do all the fun things that you probably had pre-planned. But rather than that kind of vacation, all malarkey breaks loose. Okay? Now, ABC7Chicago.com reports fully booked Florida resort abruptly closes, kicks guests out of hotel after hotel is sold. You are on vacation, you are unsuspecting, and all of a sudden you kicked out, and you don't pay. No. Guests at Florida's Champions World Resort in Kissimmee were in for a vacation nightmare during spring break when the resort they were staying at abruptly closed without warning. Guests at a Florida resort were in for a vacation nightmare during spring break when the resort they were staying at abruptly closed without warning. The resort guests were kicked out without a refund. I'm gonna get my money back. All of its employees were fired. Dang! When the hotel was sold earlier this week. But we really don't know what we're going to do, said ousted hotel guest Victoria Oquendo. Oquendo and her family flew to the Sunshine State all the way from Rhode Island for what was supposed to be a 2-week relaxing vacation. Quote, you know, with COVID, it's been tough, so we're just trying to have a good time, end quote, she said. The family booked their stay at Champions World Resort in Central Florida. Victoria said that the vacation was going great until Thursday. Havoc just broke loose, she said. Everyone just started coming outside. Everyone's packing their bags and stuff, Oquendo said. Without warning, hotel employees started going door to door telling residents they had just hours to pack up and get off the property because the hotel was shutting down. She was like, you guys have to pack your bags and stuff and leave. You guys have until 4 o'clock. The property was sold, Oquendo recalled. The hotel's website posted a message confirming the hotel had been sold. Then just hours later, the whole website was shut down. Oquendo said hotel employees told her not only were guests being kicked out, but all the employees had been fired too. Both the manager has been working for 18 years as management and has never heard of such a thing, end quote. The local news station also spoke with one man who had just arrived to the resort when the chaos was unfolding. He said he had driven all the way from Indiana and didn't even know that the hotel had been closed until he went to check in. Well, they didn't give notice or anything. That's not right. Oquendo added that the hotel was booked to capacity. Now she and hundreds of other families had to find someplace else to stay during the peak of spring break travel. Quote, I've called bunches of hotels and they've said we're sorry, we're booked. WESH reached out to Champions World Resort for comment but has not received a response. Let me tell you, I would be so beyond pissed if that was the case for me. Amazon admits its drivers sometimes have to pee in bottles. Let me reread that for you. Amazon admits its drivers sometimes have to pee in bottles. I need more information. Quote, drivers can and do have trouble finding restrooms, end quote, Amazon admits. Amazon has posted an apology to Rep. Mark Pocan, Democrat of Wisconsin, for a tweet last week denying that it makes its workers urinate in water bottles. Controversy started with a tweet by Pocan blasting Amazon for its treatment of workers, a topic of particular public interest is workers at an Amazon warehouse in Alabama. Dang! We're voting on whether or not to unionize. I don't know where I come up with all this Alabama stuff, but it is just really, it happens. The article goes on, quote, paying workers $15 per hour doesn't make you a progressive workplace when you union bust and make workers urinate in water bottles, Pocan wrote. That is the end of the quote. Quote, you don't really believe the peeing in bottles thing, do you? End quote. Amazon responded on March 24th. Quote, if that were true, nobody would work for us. Lies. There's not many good paying jobs on her. So $50 an hour, I might would pee in a bottle. Maybe. Possibly. Recode's Jason Del Rey reports that Amazon's aggressive response was encouraged by CEO Jeff Bezos, who had been frustrated Amazon wasn't pushing hard enough against its critics. Pushing back hard enough against its critics. But the tweet turned into a PR fiasco for Amazon. The next day, Vice published a story with the headline, quote, Amazon denies workers pee in bottles. Here are the pee in bottles, end quote. and it included a photo of bottles with Amazon workers' urine in them. Vice noted that this was a topic of discussion on the Reddit subreddit Amazon DPS drivers subreddit. There are, quote, dozens of threads and hundreds of comments with drivers laminating their need to pee in bottles, hedges, and other things besides a toilet. Quote, the tweet was incorrect. Now Amazon has changed its tune. Quote, the tweet was not incorrect. Amazon admitted on its website, quote, it did not contemplate our large driver population and instead wrongly focused only on our fulfillment centers. Amazon says that, quote, a typical Amazon fulfillment center has dozens of restrooms and employees that are able to step away from their workstation at any time, end quote. However, the company acknowledges that this isn't always true for delivery drivers. Quote, we know that drivers can and do have trouble finding restrooms because of traffic or sometimes rural routes. And this has been especially the case during COVID when many public restrooms have been closed, end quote, Amazon wrote. This is a long-standing industry-wide issue and is not specific to Amazon, the company added. Amazon says it wants to solve the problem. Quote, we don't yet know how, but we will look for solutions, end quote. Amazon appears to be right about that. Drivers for Uber, Lyft, and food delivery services have reported trouble finding restrooms while on the job. Drivers for UPS and FedEx have reported similar difficulties. The problem has gotten worse in the last year as the pandemic has closed a large number of stores and restaurants. Amazon has been on the defensive in recent weeks as workers at its Bessemer fulfillment center vote on creating a union. Voting closed earlier this week, but the National Labor Relations Board has not yet announced the results. The stakes are high for Amazon since a successful vote would give a boost to similar efforts in other segments of Amazon's vast workforce. By the way, Amazon has more than 1.1 million workers. Wow, that's insane. That's a lot. And also, you gross. So, I hope you enjoyed the Reddit Read segment. I hope that I was funny enough for you, or that I gave you enough information to want to follow up on some of these goofy stories. Yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I hope that you continue to like if you give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed this, and subscribe if you haven't already, and watch all of the crazy, stupid, sometimes not stupid stuff that I talk about, because some of the stuff is like really cool. You can do things like comment down below on things that you would like for me to talk about, so we feel like there's a more personal connection there. And if you comment, I can comment back to you, and like we can keep it going, like ping pong, like right? We could totally do that. You and me, you and you. Like it, love it, want some more of it. Let's do it. Let's do this, guys. Anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys later. Have a great week. I hope you enjoyed your weekend, and I hope you guys tune in for my Mental Health Monday. Bye, you guys. Have a good week. Later.